Meow.
Welcome to World's Wildest.
Hello.
Everybody. Today is going to be a little different. Connor and I have decided to fight each other.
Big time.
Big time fight each other. This is going to be there will still be education in this episode.
Yeah.
And these are still animals.
Yeah.
But it's just a different format, is all.
Debate time.
It's debate time, everybody. Today we're going to be debating dogs versus cats.
Cats versus dogs. C comes before D.
So it begins. Disclaimer. Before we go at each other for the next 40 minutes, I want you guys to understand I love cats and Connor loves dogs.
I do.
Okay? So, don't take it too seriously. I am going to make it sound like cats should not even exist.
Oh.
But I do love them, and I'm just doing my job as a debater.
That's maybe where we need to draw the line. Jeez. I was just going to say cats are better than dogs. I think dogs should still exist.
It's hyperbolic. I just mean I'm going to take dog's side and say that cats suck.
And I'm going to take cat's side and say dogs suck.
But you have to remember that we both really like dogs and cats.
Yeah.
So to break the fourth wall, I just want to make that very clear because this matters a lot to a lot of people.
And I am going to really shame dogs probably in this and use some bad words about them. But I don't really mean it. It's just for the hyperbole.
Okay, great. Check us out on Patreon if you haven't already. We have a lot of fun over there. It's ad-free. We have extra bonus episodes. We send out bookmarks. I drew a bunch of new bookmarks on the plane.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Thank you. We send out bookmarks to Tier 3 in the mail. Actual bookmarks that you receive. Fun stuff. And like and subscribe. Thank you guys.
Comment who you think wins.
Also, I very rarely read comments on YouTube. But I did read comments because last time we talked about how there's people that have watched every episode and let us know if you've watched them.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, by the way.
Thank you.
I read those comments. So nice. Thank you guys so much. So cool. I don't think anyone asked for this episode. We just made this up.
People asked for the debate format.
People asked for a debate. We couldn't think of something to debate, in regards to conservation that wasn't actually controversial or where, Connor wanted to do a Flat Earth podcast where he would be the Flat Earther, but I was just I just don't think those clips should exist. So
Misinformation.
The Misinformation podcast. So instead we're just doing dogs versus cats because I don't know, there's
some other ones that I'm interested in, but you didn't want to catch the heat for it. And I'm I'm ready to catch the heat. Let's go.
Okay. Well, today, just dogs versus cats. Can we start with some context? Connor, how many cats do you have?
5. Yeah, we have a lot of cats. We have 3 black cats and 2 whitish brown cats.
I have 1 dog, 0 cats. And you have 0 dogs, 5 cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many cats and dogs have you had in your life?
Oh my God. I have no idea.
Really?
I have no idea.
I've had 12 cats and 4 or 5 dogs. Some of my favorite clients at the animal hospital were dogs, but
guess who's scratching at the treat container and interrupting the episode? A freaking cat. Classic. Yep. This is solely everybody.
I was gonna, if I was getting demolished on the debate format, then I would have brought out a cat to win.
I think I've probably had a dozen cats as well, but I think maybe 10 dogs.
Okay, yeah. You love Weimaraners. Your family loves Weimaraners, right?
They do.
I recently have finally decided to become a fan of Weimaraners.
Oh, they're very
For
cool.
the longest time, I thought they're dumb as hell.
So you love dogs, is what you're saying?
But they're an adorable dumb as hell. But I don't really know as many cats that are dumb. But cats are definitely more intelligent on a whole. There's some really dumb dogs.
Do you think that for real?
Yes. At the animal hospital, there are some really dumb dogs. Really dumb.
Interesting. This will be interesting. Okay, so we have a few questions to answer then about dogs and cats. Number 1, which one is a better companion?
You start us off, because I'm going to torch you.
I would love to. Which one is a better human companion, a dog or a cat? Context, there's 78 million dogs in households across the US. I don't know about cats. 78 million dogs is a lot of dogs. People love dogs. Here's the important thing about dogs as companions. The diversity of roles as a domestic companion in dogs is unmatched.
Roles, what do you mean?
the things that they can do with you as your companion.
Okay.
Hunting, sledding, as a pet, herding, guarding, military activities, emotional support dogs, diabetic support dogs, seizure alert dogs, walking buddy, running buddy, hiking buddy, therapy dog.
Okay.
Okay? Agility partner, frisbee competition partner.
True. Okay.
Dogs can be anything that you want them to be. You're an active person, you can get an Australian Shepherd, and you can go for a nice little jog with your dog every day. What an improvement to your quality of life.
Sure.
You're a lazy guy? Get a friggin' Basset Hound and sit there and they'll sleep 15 hours a day.
But they'll slobber all over you.
Okay.
Basset Hounds.
Get something else that's lazy. I don't know, a dog breed that's lazy. Get a pug, and it'll sleep there 16 hours a day. A dog
pugs.
can
Don't
be
get me started on
anything
pugs.
that you want them to be.
90% of them needs, not really. It's like 50% of them needs surgery.
Okay, and whose fault is that?
Humans.
Yours.
What?
Humans.
Humans, yes.
Him.
Bulldogs should not exist. I don't know of any
that's
cat
not this
species
podcast.
that should not exist. Feral cats shouldn't exist. Okay, fair for conservation. But like species-wise, bulldogs should not exist.
You think like munchkin cats are chill? This is a controversial topic now. I haven't done the research into that.
Okay.
But there are some cats that have serious respiratory issues. And like little legs and genetic issues for sure.
There are some case-by-case basis, but as a whole, there are quite a few species and breeds that have been around for much longer, have a much deeper history that should not be around. Okay, Sully, we're not. Stop typing.
I'm sorry. Who's annoying you right now? No, tell the audio listeners. Tell the audio listeners who just interrupted you.
Okay, anyway.
By the way, I hate to break the fourth wall, y'all. This is not a real tree. Oh no, Sully's on your laptop again. Oh, what a distraction.
He's a great typer.
This is not a real tree. And that's important for me to tell you because it's made of paper. And that's important for me to tell you because before we started filming, Sully was up in there and he ripped paper off and then ran out of the room with paper. Just saying.
He was just trying to help improve your tree.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, so my argument for why dogs are a better companion is because of the amount of roles that they can play for so many different types of people.
They can be exploited more than cats for human gain, for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. You think that a border collie that is doing herding competitions is being exploited for people's use?
Yeah.
That dog loves that, Connor.
Because
That's
it was
crazy.
bred to do that. It was exploited and manipulated to love that kind of work. In the wild, they would just be out hunting in a pack, sleeping in the sun for 15 hours out of the day. Cats are not exploited. They wanted to join humans, and they started being pest control for humans because the humans started having an excess amount of grain. So therefore, rats started coming in, and you know what? They started eating venomous snakes, birds, which is not great. Back then it was okay.
Yeah, no, let's get into that. No, let's talk about how many birds cats eat.
And then
1 to 4 billion a year, is it? Was it? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's true, but I mean, if you really want to get into it, dogs. I don't know cats that are killing people. Dogs spreading rabies in India, costing the Indian government $1 billion a year in health services, and like they've just gone so rampant that they just have to go out there and start shooting the dogs. It's horrible for them.
Cats get rabies too.
They do, but they're not spreading it as frequently as dogs. Dogs are going out and attacking people in broad daylight in India.
Pause. You were a vet tech for how long?
5-6 years.
What? How many? You got scratched by cats often, right?
A handful of times. I got bit by dogs more. They're more unpredictable. Cats, I knew they would warn you.
Which of them, cats or dogs, sent you to the hospital for cat scratch fever?
The cats.
Spoiler.
Once I went to the hospital once for dog as well.
For what?
Fracture in my hand.
I didn't know that. I bit you.
Yeah, this little divot right there.
I would argue that one was user error. And the cat scratch was on
Both
purpose.
are user error, to be honest. And I don't blame the cat for that. I blame my weak immune system for not staying hard enough to deal with the bacteria from the cat scratch fever.
That's crazy. Okay.
But if you get scratched by a cat, you don't have to euthanize that cat and then cut its head off and send it to a lab for rabies testing.
Because it's a scratch.
If you get bit by a dog, if it has a rabies vaccine, it's just sent for observation
Mhm.
for like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
But if it's an unvaccinated dog, has to die.
Okay, let's like circle back a little bit here.
Sorry, companion.
The question is better companion. So your argument is cats are a better companion because...
I haven't gotten into my argument.
Okay, sorry, go ahead then.
So cats have been a companion for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
The pyramids are 4,500 years old.
Yep.
Dogs have been around for 30,000 years.
Yeah.
But until cats came around, pyramids didn't exist. Cats inspired the pyramids, inspired the Egyptian culture, built that place from the ground up because of cats. Dogs, they didn't do
Correlation
anything.
equals causation. That's what we like to talk about on on World's Wildest podcast. We got a picture pulled up here of a cat standing in front of the pyramid. Because that cat is in the same picture of that pyramid, he is the one that built it.
Cats inspired such architectural beauties. Anyway, they've been around for a very long time. They helped sailors keep rats and mice at bay on their ships because they would often eat ropes and stuff like that, and the food storage. And if you have a cat on a ship, they're not really killing birds. The only thing they can really kill, rats and mice. So
thank goodness we can
dogs
contain them to a ship so that they don't kill all of our wildlife.
They're just such good apex predators.
So
Dogs,
what's your argument? Where's your argument?
So better companions, they are so easy to take over. We're gonna get to that in a second. I know that's a section.
Yeah.
It depends on your cat. I will say that.
That's true. Cats and dogs both.
Yeah.
The range is crazy.
Yeah. So if you're a person that likes to be ignored, I would say get a cat for sure. Dogs are more up in your face and annoying, but you can train your cat to be more dog-like, I'd say, to be a better companion that wants to snuggle, that wants to sit in your lap. What, for cats?
To train cats to be more dog-like. You think that would make them better?
I will say, this was my ending argument. You're having me jump to it. That I think that both on their own have problems, but if you train a dog to be more cat-like and a cat to be more dog-like, you get the best of both worlds. And the true meaning of this conversation is finding the middle, not one side or the other. That was my ending argument.
Auto listeners, you hear that? I heard him give up.
It was a compromise. It was for the end.
I heard him giving up.
You force it. Okay, so cats are so much. Okay, it really comes into the easier to take care of. That's our next section. That's where it really comes down to for me. I think cats can snuggle
but that's a
just
different
as much.
Question.
Yeah, so much they can snuggle just as much as dogs. You can train cats to be therapy animals, and you can train cats to detect low blood sugar. They can be service animals, not as much as dogs, because we haven't exploited them, nor do I think that they're dumb enough to be that exploitable and work for us for pretty much nothing. And I think that you can have way more fun with cats too.
That is a crazy thing to say,
You
Connor.
can put them on leashes. You can take them in a stroller.
Oh, wow, really?
And
you
they'll
can put
climb.
a cat on a leash? What a
Dog
dream
can't
pet.
climb. Dog can't climb. Cats will climb on those
You want
trees.
them to climb up onto a tree and then you have to get them down. And,
No,
no,
you
I'm
train them
sorry.
to
You
come
have to
up and
call the
down.
freaking fire department.
And the fire
Because they
department
climbed all the
will
way
help
up in the tree and the firefighter has to come get them down.
you. Side note, Sparky Nick, who's our electrician, he also does tree climbing. He helps in Seattle rescue cats.
Thank you for throwing that in there, Connor.
He'll like climb up there and get them.
That
They'll come
helps
down.
me a lot.
They'll
So
come
why
down.
do they have to go get them?
You don't want them being left out there at night, like to fight
You
a
think
raccoon.
that they would stay up there,
or,
fight a raccoon, maybe
or an
fall
owl.
off, starve to death?
No, an owl will probably
But
get
they're
'em.
so smart.
I mean, you look at chihuahuas. I mean, they go outside, an owl just picks them right up and takes them away.
So what makes a cat so fun and such a good companion is that you can play with it, you can put it on a leash,
You can train it.
you can train it.
Have you seen Claire?
I have.
Claire's
Yeah.
training is amazing. So, I mean, they're just ease. Okay, well, we need
What
it
tricks can
easier.
your cats do? Name them. And I'll list the tricks my dog can do.
High five,
Mhm.
climb on your back, jump
Okay,
from
no.
shoulder to shoulder.
Okay, impossible.
Let's see,
Sit.
two paws, like stand like a bear does.
Okay.
Um,
They can sit, yeah?
yeah.
Sit.
Sit. It's easy. roll over. We're gonna train ours to play dead. Chase a laser. Your dog don't want to chase a laser.
No, because he
Lazy.
knows that it's not.
He doesn't
A
want the
real
challenge. He
object.
can't take the challenge. He's
I don't think that's
little
the case.
short, little stubby
I
legs.
still am stuck on. We're still on our first question somehow. Your argument to why they're a better companion is because they're a better companion on their own terms and they haven't been exploited as much. I can
Yes.
respect that as an animal lover, and I think that that's important. However, the question is, what is a better companion to humans?
It depends on your use case.
Okay. It depends on your use
Dogs
case.
have
Which one is a better companion?
a broader exploited use case.
Yes. What if the for dogs the use case can be everyone has a different use case.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dog for everyone, which I think makes them better
Not
companions to
everyone.
humans.
Okay, 70%.
Overall.
I'll give you that one. 70% of them. Sure.
I win. 1-0. Question number 2. Easier to take care of.
All right. Pull up the second picture space. The auto litter box. I mean, come on.
Okay, it is sick. Auto litter boxes are sick, but cat poop still smells horrible.
And dog poop. Well, dog poop hopefully is outside.
Yeah.
I do know people that like puppy pads where their dogs poop inside.
Dude. Ew.
So auto litter boxes, great. Litter, like you just like with the litter box, you just take out the little bag and you put it in your trash. It takes care of the stink. Sully, super stinky.
Sully smells so bad.
His butthole just reeks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All the time. All the other 4 cats, not stinky. They cover up their own poop. They go in the litter box. You don't have to train them. Like dogs, you have to freaking potty train. Cats do it by instinct. They're just so much smarter.
I would rather have a dog that I have to potty train that goes outside to do their business than have cats that do their business inside all day, every day for the rest of my life. The rest of their lives.
You have to let that dog out, right?
Yeah. Or you can have a dog door.
You're leaving the dog door open for raccoons, opossums to come in your house.
Door since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I have never had an animal enter my house besides my dogs.
My dad had a mouse enter in, and the cat's chasing it around. Had an opossum and a raccoon come into his bedroom in the middle of the night with the cat. They were friends.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled?
No one asked about your dad.
But like the likelihood for a unauthorized entry for dogs is much higher than cats.
Objection. Give me the source for that.
Logic. Okay, so auto feeders. Granted, you can do auto feeders for dogs, but you have to fill them up a bit more. And with the cat auto feeders, you don't need, like, they're cheaper because they're smaller. They don't have to have as much. And a lot of times they'll put cameras in them. You can talk to your cat, and they'll have a laser that you can play with. The cats are playing right now.
Did it cut out? I wish it did. I wish it did. Guys, the cats are running through the room and they're running over the cords and it's glitching the camera and it says no signal on and off.
User error. I should have taped it better. It's not the cat's fault.
Easier to take care of. Okay, one thing I will concede to, cats are far more independent than dogs.
Sure.
Cats need far less like attention than dogs, generally speaking.
Sure.
I will concede to that. However, the poop situation, I can't concede to.
You got to pick up poop though.
Yeah,
the dog poop.
But it's so different outside and with a pooper scooper.
I'd rather do cat litter than do pooper scooper all day long. I used to do poop and scoop a lot. I worked in the kennel, a quarter of the time. Cats, so much easier.
Okay, genuinely, if I step out of my debate brain, you might have this one because if I was telling a new person, someone who's new to pets that like doesn't have a lot of time.
You're not supposed to concede, by the way.
Well, you conceded. I'm just giving it to you.
Okay.
We got a couple more to go. If someone was getting a pet and they're like, I just don't have that much time. Like, I don't know if I have enough time. Like, should I get a dog or a cat? I'd be like, you should probably get a cat.
Right.
So
they're cheaper too.
Yeah.
They need less food. I looked at like the breakdown and, they're on average a few $100s cheaper every year. Where I will say that they're not easier to take care of if we're conceding points is pregnant women cannot scoop cat litter boxes.
What?
Yeah, because mycoplasma that cats could potentially carry that really don't like mess with people all that much can really mess with a fetus. So pregnant women should not.
Cats kill babies.
Crazy take.
No.
Potentially, if a pregnant woman scoops the litter box. Potentially, if they carry
point. Thank you for adding it.
The other thing is like, what remote play toys can you have for your dog? We've got this picture number 4 here. It's a remote robot for like $100. I bought one for my dad. It distributes little treats for cats. It has a camera in it.
This thing?
Yeah,
He's swatting it around.
And then it has a laser and a little dangly toy on it. And the cat loves to chase it. So when he's not even there, he's across the pond in Europe. He can still play with his cat. A dog would just get confused.
Yeah, because it would be like, this is a robot. Why would I play with it?
So in the category of better companion, you can long distance still play with your cat versus it's really hard with your dog.
Okay, valid. Next question. Would they eat you if you died in the house?
I'm gonna let you start.
How long? What's the scenario? How long are we talking? Like you die, dog doesn't get fed for what, like weeks?
Sure. Let's say like 4 weeks. Sure.
Okay, let me actually think about this realistically. Because my gut, my first response is no. I don't think that a dog would eat you. However, if dead for weeks and then you started like leaking fluids, I think that the dog would eat that. Do I think that the dog would start like ripping your flesh out? I don't. But it's hard to know.
So I did some research on this, and I probably shouldn't have posed this question if I didn't want to lose this one. But cats, once the body goes cold, starts chomping on the can start chomping on the body.
How did you find that out?
There's no like statistical like evidence of that, but I read from some reputable sources, paramedics and ASPCA people giving some of their stories that they've witnessed. And they're like, yeah, the body goes cold. The cat has put some chew marks in it for sure. And whether that's them trying to wake them up or getting hungry, I mean, cats have definitely eaten. Dogs could potentially, they're less likely to eat the person. A lot of times paramedics find them guarding and being very defensive of the body.
Pause.
Yeah.
That is much more favorable. They sit there and they guard your body.
I mean, it depends on your lens you want to look at this. So dogs would most of the time would rather starve to death than eat their human companion. They're dumb. Cats.
What?
Cats have much better survival instincts.
Oh,
you're dead.
Connor.
You don't need your body anymore. They need to live until they can get some help. They're smart. They're going to live. A dog's going to die. So it depends on your lens.
Okay. I don't know why you posed that question, because that was awful.
It's
cats.
Crazy. It is kind of crazy. I thought it was interesting to show just the psychological difference between dogs and cats.
Yeah. One cares about you and one doesn't at all.
Not necessarily. They're just smarter. They're a higher level of intelligence. They know you're not there anymore. A dumb dog is like still sitting there like, wake up, but you're dead. And it doesn't know. And it's really tragic and sad. On the other hand, the cat just moves on with its life.
Okay. Better companion. That's another vote for a dog.
All right.
As a companion. As a survivalist, cats have it today.
Sure.
Everybody, congratulations to cats and not their human counterparts. Okay. Next question. Better apocalyptic companion. Why did you pose these questions?
You could have edited them.
I'm just, why, if you're arguing cats, why would you pose these two questions back to back?
Because I think I've got a good,
argument for a cat being a better companion than a dog in an apocalypse?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, please give it to me. I would love to hear it.
I love apocalypse scenarios. I'm building Alveus. You're letting me build Alveus to...
Don't say. We are not building a apocalyptic shelter.
on off chance that crap goes down, Alveus can be self-sustaining. I've got a whole plan how to keep all the animals fed. Just so you know. I'm not building towards that. But like, anyway, I love apocalyptic scenarios. I think it's the Eagle Scout in me to always be prepared. And a cat will help you do that.
No, they will not.
They're going to be stealthy. A dog is going to bark and give away your position, and you're going to get shot. A cat, what are they? Even if they meow, like it doesn't go as far as a bark. Lower calorie requirements. Dog needs so much more calories. A cat can self-feed, self-sustain, self-hunt, and even they'll bring you back food. A dog, it needs a pack. A cat doesn't need a pack to survive.
Let's let's pause and let's be realistic for a second.
Okay.
An apocalypse happens.
Yes.
You're outside. One of us has a dog. One of us has a cat. The cat is leaving immediately. All of these scenarios of like, oh, it'll bring something back to you and you can eat it. It'll be stealthy when you guys are walking around together. That cat's gone. Day one.
No.
Day one, he's gone.
No, you harness or you put him in a backpack. Or
so he can go hunt for you in his little backpack on his harness. Once you
settle down into a spot, you're going to be good. Now, traveling can be a little bit more difficult than with a dog, but a dog's going to give away your position. I would rather have a cat in my back than a dog giving away my position.
What if you're sleeping at night alone? Would you rather have a dog or a cat sleeping?
A cat's going to hiss. If something weird comes up to hiss, wake you up.
That's crazy.
A dog's going to bark, give away your position to everybody.
It's better to have a dog to protect you if you're sleeping at night alone.
A dog's going to give you an extra chance to survive, yes. Because they're going to go bite
pause again.
Whatever.
The cat is not staying with you while you're sleeping overnight. It's out of there.
Unless you have it on the backpack, or it could be hanging around. Cats
will be a great apocalyptic companion if you have them restrained 24/7.
A dog,
and they're attached to you.
Okay, so in your scenario, you're sleeping.
I'm sleeping,
and a raider comes up to steal your stuff. What happens?
Dog wakes up, dog starts barking, dog attacks man, I run.
And then the dog dies.
Hopefully dog comes with me. Hopefully dog attacks man and runs with me.
Dog's not going to be able to kill the man right away. He's going to get bit in the arm. The man's going to shoot the dog.
Okay.
And then he's going to come after you. But you probably have a chance to slip away. You're fine. But the next night, raider finds you. You're dead. What
happens with the cat, Connor?
The cat is either going to hiss and give you an opportunity to fight back. To fight back.
What?
You're crying.
How would that help you at all?
But I'll be honest. I'm going to set up, for me personally, I'm going to have shotgun shells with tripwires to alert me if someone's coming.
This isn't part of the question.
I know. But
if you had shotgun shells, aluminum cans, someone trips your wire, the cans shake, the cat runs away. It's going to get spooked and run away.
That's fine. I don't need the cat. I don't want to. I don't.
Is which would be a better apocalyptic companion? You're saying you don't need the cat.
Not for this specific scenario.
Okay.
For me personally, it is a little bit different. So a dog is going to help you at one survival chance in some specific scenarios, but a cat is going to be self-sufficient and a companion for you to where you don't lose your mind if you're just by yourself. And you can have something cute that you love that's still a reminder of home. A dog is going to give away your position. You're going to get shot. Your stuff's going to get stolen because they're just going to bark like crazy. Maverick, your dog is just going to bark like crazy. It also depends on what kind of dog you have.
I don't think that...
Have you watched I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Where it's like Will Smith with his German Shepherd with the zombie apocalypse?
I don't remember German Shepherd involved.
Oh. Well, he turns into a zombie and he has to kill him. And it's really sad.
That is really sad.
So your dog could turn on you. A cat would just like get a zombie virus and run off.
Because, because they're never going to be there in the first place. I get what you're saying. Cat, okay.
It depends on your cat, realistically, too. I mean, it depends on the dog, depends on the cat.
I think there's two different questions here. Yes, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
But also, two different questions here. Which would you rather be responsible for in an apocalypse?
Okay, sure.
My answer is cat, because I would not have to be responsible.
Right.
I would go outside, I would put the cat down, the cat would run away, I would never see it again.
Sure.
It maybe could survive on its own.
Sure.
Fine. Which would be a better apocalyptic companion? I would rather have a dog because I think that they could do more for me. I would feel way safer traveling with a dog than I would a cat.
I think
way safer.
I don't.
I will not concede. Way safer.
I would have to muzzle that dog so it does not give away my position, and that is cruel. I would not.
Connor, I don't know why you think that it would be like...
They're going to bark at pretty much anything.
Someone's like...
And that's going to alert everybody around you. That's its number one fault for that. The fact that it would bark. If you could have a dog that doesn't bark, then I give you a little bit more credit there.
That's how dogs guard you, though. If someone was coming at you, they're going to bark.
In a survival scenario, stealth is better than like aggression or barking. Stealth is the way to go because you don't. I mean, okay. Also, like what kind of apocalyptic scenario we're talking about, that also depends. But in general, stealth is going to be better. You're going to bark, and all the zombies are just going to start flocking towards you, or your dog's going to bark.
Also, though, I feel like this isn't even worth talking about because I truly do believe a cat is not an option as an apocalyptic companion.
Claire would be great.
Leave.
Claire would not.
You don't think she'd leave you?
No, she'd be riding on my shoulder. Like, I don't...
If she got scared by something, she would run off.
Potentially.
And I don't think she'd come back.
I think a dog could as well, depending on the dog. But like, yeah. I would throw Claire on a harness and she'd just ride on my shoulder. And the few times that she's been spooked in the house when she's on my shoulder, she just like claws into me a little bit.
How's her recall?
Pretty good.
You think if like she got loose in a forest, if you like whistled or called her name, that she would like come looking for you?
100%.
Okay, that's nice.
Like you can do, we could. Okay, not right now, but
we take the podcast on the road with Claire and Maverick. We let them go in the woods and we see what happens.
Maverick wouldn't leave your side.
I think that okay. I think we both have arguments here, but genuinely breaking the fourth wall and breaking my debate mind, at the end of the day, if there was an apocalypse, I'm choosing a dog 100% of the time.
I would choose a cat or no companion at all.
Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, last question, which is also a fascinating one for you to throw in here. Arguing cats.
Yeah.
Which species has achieved greater human accomplishments or accolades?
Yeah. All
right, go ahead.
You go first.
Okay, we have bomb sniffing dogs. Number one.
Sure.
They can detect explosives, and look how Cutie is doing it. Look how Cutie is doing it. Next, we have cancer sniffing dogs. Studies found that they have detected cancer with almost 100% accuracy via breath samples involving breast and lung cancer. This is a dog smelling urine samples. For prostate cancer, there were 2 female dogs sniffed urine samples from 900 men. 360 of them had prostate cancer. 540 of them did not. Both animals right in over 90% of the cases, so they can detect cancer.
90%?
I'm sorry, what can cats do, Connor, in detecting cancer?
We got blood tests. 10% of those people die of
Objection.
Cancer because...
Irrelevance?
Great, they can do what machines can do.
How well can cats smell cancer?
They don't need to smell cancer.
Seizure sniffing
They've got machines. Okay.
Seizure sniffing dogs.
Cats can do that.
Next, diabetic sniffing dogs.
Cats can do that.
Can sense chemical changes in blood sugar levels, changes in breath, saliva, sweat. Do people have diabetic and seizure cats like going around with them in public?
Not as much. It's like if people are allergic to dogs, they'll get a cat.
But they can't go everywhere with them in public.
You put them in a backpack.
Do people actually do that?
I think dogs are cheaper in that regard. It's expensive.
I don't think it's just that they're cheaper. I think that they're way better at it. And like way more apt to be in public.
Yeah, they're probably better to be in public because cats could get scared, or like dogs see them and start barking at them,
right?
And it messes them up. Versus dogs. I mean, people are more accustomed to dogs too. There's more supply of dogs for that.
And last but not least, there are mayors.
Okay, that's a good one.
They are mayors. Duke has literally been voted mayor 3 times in Cormorant, Minnesota.
Duke.
This is his 3rd run as a mayor. There's also Junior Cochran, a black Labrador who was voted into office in Rabbit Hash, Kentucky in 2004. Here he is.
No, that's cute.
That's the friggin' mayor.
That's cool.
And we also have Bosco, the dog, mayor of Sunol, California from 1981 through 1994.
It's a long time.
Yeah, he had a really incredible reign.
That's nice.
Yeah, so dogs are mayors.
That's
Accolades.
great. Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're talking accolades. What do you got?
I mean, you could have brought up like there's almost always like a dog in the White House. I don't know. There's maybe been like a cat or two.
There are dogs in the White House. There are, by the way, nod to last podcast, dogs protecting bandicoots.
Yeah.
What would cats do if we put them out
Eat
there?
bandicoots.
They'd kill them all.
They would, because they're very efficient at what they do. So cats, I want to talk about Felicity. Not my cat that is deceased, but the first cat in space, October 18th, 1963, French space program.
I see. I didn't talk about the dogs in space because it's just sad.
First cat in space. Electrodes implanted in the skull to monitor brain activity. She survived the flight. I don't think the dog survived the flight.
There were some that did, some that did not.
So yeah, survived the flight. 2 months later, the French government euthanized her to study her brain.
I thought we weren't talking about how
She's a hero.
their ability to be exploited.
Hero.
Okay.
I was it. Happy endings depend on where you stop the story. So this one did get a happy ending. I think the full context was deserved. So.
Okay.
And then I'll be honest, what trumps all of the stuff that you brought up. Are you ready for this, producer? 3, 2, 1. Grumpy Cat.
Ugh.
Grumpy
God.
Cat is the original,
Oh, Connor.
the most amazing memes.
What year were you born?
This is the greatest human accomplishment is Grumpy Cat. He took over the internet for years. Years. Dogs, maybe a few months. What memes can you think of for dogs?
It wasn't something that I looked into because of the irrelevancy.
This is not gonna help my case, but I was like really gun ho and being like, cat videos do way better than dog videos. They don't. Dog videos
You
do
could have
better.
said they do. I would have believed you. I think everyone would have believed you.
I can't spread misinformation too bad on this podcast,
Okay.
but like, yeah, there's cat videos are very relevant on the internet. Depends on your algorithm, but for the most part, dog videos have better retention than cat videos.
Okay.
So
that's the accolade.
yeah,
Is that all you have? Connor, I
Yeah.
talked about 3 different mayors. By the way, not to give this to you, but there are cats that were mayors too.
it's
Not as many. And they're not as good at their job.
I mean, it depends. So I mean, if you where I think, well, we'll get into like our closing arguments here in a second because I
Okay.
got some closing arguments.
Okay.
But I the mayor thing, I don't. It's fine. It's funny. They don't do anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've never been a mayor.
Nor do I want to be one.
Get into your closing argument.
All right. Here is how I win. This is it. This is the only closing argument that I need. Dog's lifespan, 10 to 13 years. Cat's lifespan, 13 to 20 years. Who's going to break your heart less? Cat. You have way more time with them. Should, hopefully.
Who's going to give you more joy in that span of time? Dog.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on the animal, but you have a higher chance because that cat can evolve for 20 years versus that dog's going to evolve for 13, maybe 15 years if you're lucky.
Interesting.
There are 22, 25-year-old cats. I don't know of any 22, 25-year-old dogs.
Me neither.
So I wish dogs lived longer.
Horses live up to 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should have those in our house as our pet because that means they're better than dogs and cats.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Go stand on it. What about Greenland sharks?
Yo, that'd be
You want one?
sick.
You want one in your house?
I would love that.
Okay. They have so much time to evolve into this beautiful companion.
Like I mean, that's my big like with rats as like ambassadors or companions. They live
Yeah.
1 to 2, maybe 3 years if you're lucky. Like that just hurts to me. Like we want to get. No, I can't leak that. Never mind. There's some short-lived animals that
Yeah.
I just really don't want to get attached to. And I feel that a little bit with dogs too.
Mm.
I mean, I still get attached to them because, like, how can you not? But, yeah. The other thing, here's something I want to make note of. With dogs, you can't build them an amazing cat wall. Like, I can double the space that a cat can explore and have fun with. A dog, you have to get them a backyard, or you have to take them for walks.
Mhm.
You could just build them this wonderful cat wall. This is
He
my
just
house.
wanted to show off the cat wall.
It's so good. We got 2
It
other
is a
pictures.
good cat wall.
They
It's beautiful.
love it.
Yeah, you do a great job.
And
You guys do a great job for your cats.
it was not that expensive, so they get
That's
access
true.
to all of the windows, and we were able to like increase their space for not a lot of money. Versus a dog needs you got to cut a hole in your door or your side of your house, let them outside. And then if you have a dumb bulldog, you have to watch them from overheating when it's 40 degrees out. Bulldogs just shouldn't exist. That's maybe an episode I
That's
would
a separate
love.
episode. Yeah, we could do that.
I used
Not just on bulldogs. I mean, like all of the like artificial breeding that we've done that has made species or breeds that should not exist.
the clinic I worked at specialized in the UGA line of bulldogs. It's messed up.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
Okay. Well, overall,
What's your closing arguments?
My closing argument is a summary of the podcast. I feel pretty good about my debate performance today. I feel that I made some really strong arguments. I think that dogs are really great for a diversity of people, as we are an incredibly diverse bunch with incredibly diverse needs. And I think that dogs are excellent companions to suit those needs. I think that they've been domesticated for so many years to become this wonderful companion for people, and they absolutely love people, and they love that. And me personally, I've enjoyed having dogs as pets in my life more than I've enjoyed having cats.
Okay.
That is my personal anecdote. Overall, though, dogs and cats, guys, are the pets.
Yes.
Those are the pets.
You don't need any other pets.
You don't need anything else.
Dog
really.
or cat or both.
Yeah, dog or cat. That is a great way to combat the exotic pet trade, is by supporting the rescue and quality care of domestic pets like dogs and cats. So
go to the shelter.
Go to the shelter. Check them out. Foster. Contribute to shelters.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure.
cool. They're both really great. Let us know who you think won in the comments. Let us know what you think about this episode format. I hope you guys had a good time.
If you want to see more of it, let us know.
Yeah.
We can do more debates.
Yeah. We'll see you then. And see you on Patreon.
Goodbye.
Bye.